How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
The power of light. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Bahamut's X. Oh, okay, that's nice. Attuning with Bahamut not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Impulse. Alright, we're gonna have to check that out. What's this? The Wings of Light. This is gonna be the circle ability. What am I gonna change this with?
Taya won't be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
Alright, so we gotta holler at Otto.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
Ain't that a fact? Even in real life, if I had time, I'd probably finish this game by now. Mega 6 starting the gates, by the way. You already know. This is going to be a grind episode right here because I have a lot of back work. And with that said, let's get to it. First things first, let's check out this paperwork. Don't even trip. You'll get to skip this in the future. Word out of town, or Twinside, shall I say, is that there's little left of the capital after the Mad Princess' royal tantrum. But what of you and yours? Did you manage an escape before the city went tits up? I trust you did. But a Stolas might be good to set Elle's mind at ease. That's Theodore, man. He's a cool dude. I got to meet him that one time. I'm gonna have to check him again. Cursebreaker Intelligence. Reports from our brothers and sisters afield are all the same. These accursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but over the hearts of her people. Hearts already heavy from the fall of the Dominion and the destruction of Storm's final mother crystal. For now, the realm endures, but with each new flood do her few remaining children descend further into madness. The situation is as ever dire. Fresh wings shall find you on the new moon's turning. Until then, our watch continues. May the crystal's curse be broken. Alright, greetings from the Crimson Caravans. I trust you and your party gained the Dominion without further event. Should your travels ever bring you back to the markets and put you in need of additional assistance, you will find the Crimson Caravans more than happy to oblige. We might even offer a discount on our usual rates. That's the sister right there, you know? Theodore's sister. A request for assistance. I think I read this one. Yeah, I did. That was from Uncle Byron. Now, yeah, there's too much. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jaws lately. So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. Ugh. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe you could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge. Alright, man, I got you, August.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
What else is on this long sheet?
Hi, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit to Totol.
Okay, I got you, Shane.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Yeah, last seen him, he was turned into a metal mutt. One more.
Have stumbled to the Hideaway ledgers on Otto's behest, and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be.
Alright, man.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Payback. Ain't we rich? Uncle Byron give us like 100 billion. Alright, not 100 billion, but he gave us a couple mil. Look at this. Alright, last one. We ain't gonna skip him.
Sid the Second. I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I am confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. For what it is worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you it shall not easily be relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship.
I don't know about fruitful, but be real cool, my guy. Rosanna, I don't remember his name.
I apologize for what happened at Rosalith. I fear what might have been not you, Gav and Torgal fought so fiercely. Once again, you were there when I needed you most, and for that I shall forever be grateful. Seeing the city I had once come to know as my home reduced to flame and rubble has left me with much sadness in my heart. But the time for looking back is beyond us. We must focus on the here and now. Our memories will be waiting for us when this is all through.
Indeed, Jill. Alright, we goody, man. No more. We got through all of those letters, which probably took about 10 minutes of our time. There's a lot going on, huh? First things first, let's check with Blackthorn. Always moody.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard bastards like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. It's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
Yeah,
How
why
were
they
they-
say it like that?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmechian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
There's barely been a shipment in since the skies started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What do you make of them skies then?
The lone winter's wrong. We should call back the scouts.
Talk
All
to
of
him
them.
in a minute.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities. helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
I see that every report that comes my way makes it into the hands of both Lady Vivian and the Lawsman. If anyone could tell you what might be barreling down the mountain towards us, it would be that pair.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the Hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rossfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really?
Do you think so?
No, I don't.
I was about to say, Lady Karen is no joke. She don't play around. Nectar. I'm gonna be back. Check on what you gotta say. I wanna see what that side mission is behind you. Oh, look who it is. Miss Asta. How you feeling? Who you loving tonight?
The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest. My heart beats for another.
Who's that?
Now, if only Lady Taya would let me into the infirmary to see him.
In the infirmary? What you mean?
She talking about Joshua.
Yo, Joshua will tear that down, girl. Yo, she need a man. Joshua ain't gonna give it up. She need an outcome, man. You can't be having her single, just thinking of these dudes, man. She over there ovulating.
We've received word that the displacement stacks have arrived safely in Canva. The rest is up to Mid.
So Mid ain't back yet. She just dipped out on us.
All this fuss over a few dark clouds. You'd think the people here had never seen a storm before.
Well, that's it then. I'm buggered. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Filter? I mean, we gotta have our joints on point, right?
I imagine Taya could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And good hunting, eh?
Use the hunting board for the bomb king. I had to go back anyway.
I've tried to find a supplier for this stuff, but it's rare as Chocobo's teeth. Either someone brings down a bomb king and picks up the ash, or... I don't know. We wait for one to snuff it of old age.
Look at her just looking at the infirmary. This is her favorite spot, though. She stay right here.
I can hardly lift my arms. The curse, it's...
You just need some rest. I'll stay here with you. If you'd like, that is.
Or maybe that's who she talking about? Oh, there he go. Okay, yeah. It gotta be Joshua.
The injuries suffered by both your brother and the prince were bad enough. But that wound above Joshua's heart is unlike anything I've ever seen. Were he not a dominant, I fear he would have succumbed to it long ago.
Joshua. Look who survived. He's gonna be up eventually. That's crazy. Speaking of it, we got new abilities. We're gonna switch out Titan. Garuda's powers, like with her hook, it just helps me out so much. And you already know I'm so comfortable with the Phoenix powers. I'm gonna have to switch up eventually. Diamond sword plus. Yo, I gotta see what's good with some weapons. Today, Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration on his left forearm. I cleaned and stitched the wound and instructed him to rest the arm so that it could heal. But not an hour later, he was leveling on another mission. Or leaving, I'm sorry, leveling. This must be the 100th time he's disobeyed my instructions. The next time he comes to me for my treatment, I'm tying him to the bed. Okay, you little freak. See what you trying to do. I should have brought you on a mission last time. She's lit though. That was, if anybody's, this is Sid's woman right here. Alright. Like I said, it's gonna be a long episode because I got a lot that I gotta make up for. Back to you, Nectar. Are you on the hunt for the Bomb King, Kupo? If so, I have a billet that might interest you. Oh, we got 3. Empty Hovel. The Soul Stingers. I couldn't find them, and I couldn't find the Grimal King in the Cattery. I will find him. Just off of the Sickle. So the Sickle, I have to look around that area. They made it near the abandoned village in the fields of Karava. I seen Karava on the map. Now, this one right here is the S-Class. That's gonna be one I'm gonna run away from. If I find that, I'm running. I don't think I can handle that. And another S-Class, yeah. I don't think I'm ready for those, but this is the mission. A curse breaker aiming for the Imperial Chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood. Alright, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go, it's the Imperial Chase. I have to remember the Imperial Chase for the Bomb King. And that is where Sam Breck, the Croc, I gotta remember that. The 10 of Clubs. Vamar, merchants who play their trade across the fields of Karava, tell of an outlaw 5 and 20 hands high and mighty, of Thu who preys upon unescorted travelers, and he lives alone, one of many abandoned villages that litter the region. Alright. You say it's in the fields of Karava as well. And this is in the Quiet Sands. I think I know where that's at. A lone rowing boat that has been sighted making the land off the coast of Port is old. I don't know if I said it right. Alright. I'll try to keep that in memory. It's like making 100 sandwiches. I'm a mute when I talk to her because she always giving up lessons. With that said,
how is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
This is pretty much becoming a world of ruin. And I know all the war going on and the fight for power. Well, that's what I guess needs to be dealt. You think about it. Too much power brings...
Seems the Hideaway has lost its appetite.
It just brings evil. I don't know how else to say it. Speak up to...
There's a storm coming soon. Will there be thunder?
Who knows, little man? Let's holla at Hippocrates.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say. Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive. Good morrow to you, my friend. I only hope the bones of an elder antelope are alimentary enough for our faithful friend. If not, we may have to set our sights on something larger still. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting.
There's so much I'm gonna have to get myself up on.
What subject shall we consider today?
We're good.
Did you learn everything you needed?
I usually read it off camera.
Is a storm coming soon?
It seems the Hideaway has lost its appetite.
And I gotta speak up to Otto real quick.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means... there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way. I'm ready when you are, Clive.
The messages from Martha, Isabel and Lubor weren't long. But what they lacked in detail, they more than made up for in urgency. Our friends need your help.
We over there.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Man.
I'm sorry to drag you into this, Master Clive. It's just I couldn't think who else to ask, and you're always so willing to help everyone.
Bro, you need to fix your hair while you doing all this. I'm just saying.
Here you go.
Alright, so... it's pretty much in everybody's little area and all that. This was inside of that little city. Those were the last 3 missions that I left behind, and I will get to those. But as of right now,
always something in there.
We gotta get outside. $1 Inn. Which one we gonna do first? Martha's Rest. Northreach it is.
First we find Isabel.
I was wondering how Isabel was doing.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
I can't do it.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A Kashik, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
We've seen little and less of the soldiers of late. Anyone would think they were hiding.
Where we going over here?
We could leave. The 2 soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
Ugh, you heard that? Oh, it is crazy out here. Look at this. Everybody's...
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing heart. And they have provided a place for the injured.
Isabella, a baddie.
My family. They're still in the capital.
I'm sorry, darling. I truly am.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
With no one to defend the place. Moor's days are numbered.
Damn, you heard that? That kid. Where we going? Look out, Jill.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then...
Wow.
Then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right.
Oh, man.
Just rest now.
Please don't.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Yeah, we over there. We gotta help Joseph out, man.
It took off the captain.
That thing took off his.
Ready, go?
He said that thing took off the captain's head before he could even draw his sword. What are we even in for? Look at that beautiful background. Remember that dad got ate by the dog?
Be safe.
Look.
I see them. With me.
Okay.
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
Oh wow, that's gangster. That's on for you. Alright, I gotta turn my head.
Help me, boy. Ogle, kill! Nice try.
I hit him first.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. Nah, it's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the one standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
I'm still not done with this area. That's one thing for certain. Speaking of magic ash, I have to go get bomb ash from a bomb king. Can I beat him? I hope so.
Philippe will make a good captain. He reminds me a little of you, Clive, but without all the mocks and mows.
Nah, he ain't nothing like Clive.
When did you get so big?
One down.
Those things I said before.
About not being able to fight. I don't want to listen to them.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago, and now you'd have us believe they're just gone.
I would.
They'd have us believe.
Ghost. That's what they're calling it. Where my guy at? We're in Clairview. I have to find the Imperial Chase. Okay, that's where I gotta go. I gotta check down here one day. Maybe not now, but...
Let's go.
This is the right way, right?
Time to fight.
Alright, look at my health. I didn't even think about that. Would he be down here? It did say the Imperial Chase. I told myself to remember that.
I can walk from here.
Heaven Hall. How about this little corner outside of here? Dang, what's this? Look at that in the middle of it. Oh. Found him.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
That was pretty wicked. I had to use a high potion. Oh, look at that. Bomb member.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Fetch!
He eat the trees when I give it to him. Oh, what Lady Karen talking about?
That should do it. If Hawaii needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Indeed. The crook. Now, clear view. I don't know. I think that's not necessary at the moment. Elder antelopes and cressida. Oh. Well, that's locked right now, so I guess the next domain will be Dollar Mill. And this is what it looked like over here. Goodness, what in the world?
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
A branded than one of y'all. Bro, I kick you in your face with this sharp ass boot.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Down the rabbit hole. That
Suppose
does
we
not
just
sound
follow the
like...
shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Find Ignac and Dalimil. That was pointed in here, but it was locked.
Haven't we had enough fighting?
I know I bloody well have. The next time those two go for each other's throats.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalimil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
and that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Yo, the bandits are going crazy out here.
It's a wonder the Republic tolerates the existence of the bandit's bed. You would have thought a few dozen good men might put an end to the problem. Then again, what commander would want to march his troop into the Velcroy?
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
Don't get yourself worked up. You need rest.
People out here bloody. Look at this.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
Here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend what little we have. But I would not see any unnecessary blood spilt. We need a plan.
There's truly no chance for us to restock our supplies. That's it then. We shall have to do this the hard way.
What's over here? I never even realized they had a corner like this. Damn, so they was just running through the village, just slicing people.
I'm scared. What if the bad men come back?
Oh, I'm ruined.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard, with you as captain.
Me? I don't know about that.
Buying more supplies. We might as well scatter seeds near a rat's nest. They're the...
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Gotta make sure we are running to them bandits.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
So where we at? Oh, what a great way to find direction. Oh, they right there.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
Ogle, kill! They mean to overwhelm us. All yours, Torgal.
Goodness, hit him hard with that one.
Too slow. Nice try.
Is that it? Is he the only one? Good.
Waken winds!
Oh.
To me, boy.
There's a good boy.
dead yet. Look at Torg on Super Saiyan mode.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
My thing is, how do he act? Oh, well, he was acting. Meaning that he probably did a good thing. When we was talking to Shorty, Natalie, what are they saying?
So, where did you learn to swing a sword like that?
In a desert full of ne'er-do-wells, a woman has to learn to look after herself.
That's what's up, man. He gonna mess around and get to hit that. I'll be happy if so. Let's go get those belongings. Would I be lucky enough to find some high potions? I don't think so. I must say there are moments where I would just like be at a stay still pace and it'll just lock at its 60 frame imagery and you'll just see that sharpness for a bit till you turn the camera. I remember seeing the bandit's bed pause on the map. Look at that.
Company.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Alright, y'all, we got one person to focus on. can even swing that thing. Still don't understand how to do it correctly.
Nice try.
Oh, I missed that one. Oh, she got me. There we go. We just wanted our belongings. That's what you probably gotta do, is just eliminate a lot of these dudes.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalimil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
One more thing. The sickle is going to be my next destination before I leave.
So, where did you learn to swing a sword like the bandits, maybe? Look what they've left us.
Mummy, are the bad men going to...
The gentlemen of the town guard.
We haven't seen the last of those bastards. But when they attack again, we'll be ready for them.
Come on.
Yeah!
I should have went to the store. Got some hot potions. $10 Oh, look at that. Oh, this is... What is it? Oh. Made me run into a wall looking at that thing. It's behind him. Hurry up before he catches you. This gotta be the area. Ugh.
time for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine.
Oh, so you gotta let it charge. Okay.
And then there was one.
Save the best for last, huh?
All yours, Torgal. Let there be light!
Damn, he ain't staggered yet? Ugh. Don't let them get you.
Nice try. Nice try.
That was pretty dangerous. They probably don't have any stores my way. I wonder, would it level up? Do I get my health back? I would be very happy if so.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Pup did good.
After it.
Look, he don't got no problem with the treats I give him. Now I'm gonna have to run my way back up there. Maybe there's a crystal over here. What's this? Vanmare. Oh, yeah, okay, I see. Look, the empty hovel. My 2 destinations right there, I believe. That's all I need, right? Let's do it. Can I set a marker? I never thought about that.
Ready, go? Faster!
Leg eater. Oh my goodness. We gotta save our health. Look at that.
This might take a while. I can walk from here.
From here? Where I just walked into. Obviously not the location. Carava. Destination is down here. Let's make way. We still have Martha's Rest.
Straight home now.
So what, we're good over here? That's those right there. Soul stingers.
They don't look happy.
Hey, that heavy? Ouch. Ow. Oh.
Fire and flame!
Don't get stung. That thing hurt. Them things hurt.
Peace at last.
So you can find regular potions. That's why I might be better off switching the potions position, like make the regular potion for the right button and make the high potions for the upper button, because I'm tired of accidentally using them. Alright, we got one more to get at. Look at that. The water is filled with ether.
Faster! That'll do, girl.
Look. It looks like he's serious too. Last one in this area and then we're good, I believe.
Another god's forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. So empty your pockets.
Empty my pocket.
Well done, Tom.
I did not mean to do that. I gotta get my health up now. Oh, he got me with that one. He got mad health. Always get me with that one. Oh. Outrageous, bro. Goodness, I'm just trying to get his health out. Tired of this guy, man. Ooh, was he hard or what, bro? Oh, that boy was difficult. That boy was difficult. Well, Scarlet Tide, we got some of that.
A deserter turned outlaw. More similar than he knew.
Look at this. The crystals are becoming pointless. They're becoming useless.
Let's go.
I don't know if there's any one of those crystals out here.
No mistakes.
I don't want no smoke, sir. Oh. Oh. Yo, he was chasing me far out, like, well, the next route is to go towards Martha's, and you know it's gonna be a wreck over there just as well as everybody else's area. One thing I was hoping to see while I was over here was one of those crystals. But I doubt I'm gonna see that. Yo, the map is pretty large, bro. I can't even front. A lot of things I was saying is, yeah, it's linear and everything like that, but they have some large locations. Hopefully he don't see me. Nor him. Come on. Yeah. Oh, look.
Be safe.
You lost, stranger. Wherever you're headed, it's back the way you came.
Yeah. It's to Martha's. As long as we found that, we're good. Out to the final destination. Yeah, let's go directly. Too many people in this town is dying.
The Akashic attacked us out of the blue, and there's no telling when they might be back. You'd best keep that sword handy, Sid.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a cat.
Skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
If they ain't clawing at the gates, they're climbing up the cliffs near the lift. The lads are doing what they can to keep them out, but unlike the Akashic, they need sleep.
Alright. First things first. Just take care of these goofs.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them not. Not a chance.
Clive, wounded.
Look at that.
We deal with the Akashic first.
This thing's just attacking towns and all that. Like, what the? Some things out of here real quick.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord.
Look at the outfit.
There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Purple skies and all that. We gotta fix that, man.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, where they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now. The lift can only carry a few at a time. If those Akashic get as far as the cliff, Wade's men will have nowhere to run.
It looked like the Guardians were going as quick as they could, but without any injured. They might make it to the cliff. Or they might not.
Alright. That's not the destination. Behind me. It's the elevator. That's right. Oh my god. In the middle of the street, man? Come on now.
My brothers.
What are you after?
I'm looking to get...
There you go.
Just one. I'm
That
good with
all,
that.
is it?
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
Where's homie that's always standing here? Oh, look at my guy.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
What? They robbed me from my joint. Ooh, you get my dog.
All yours, Torgal. Now, Torgal. Torgal, kill! Now, Torgal! Nice try. Too slow.
That's not good.
To me,
Ouch. Damn, he did it dirty, like.
You're finished.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Where we on our way to now?
You all right, boy?
Mad dogs.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Oh, he's done.
But all our beds are taken.
All our beds. He's done.
Just patch me up as quick as you can.
Goodness.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
The whole truck is on.
Kill!
Looks like even the sucker balls are getting.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Ouch. Ouch. Oh, look at that with the dodges. They come through quicker. Look at that boy. Let's get him out of here. When they start doing vicious stuff, you just gotta finish it. I would love a level up.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
She got excited.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Oh.
Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle. We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
Yeah, as much as they said they learned mistakes from Final Fantasy 15, a lot of times when I try to click X, I just jump at first, and it just really looks slow. And it just reminds me of Final Fantasy 15. Is that a kind of a good thing? I guess so, since it can have a resemblance to its predecessor.
And some of your numbers serve to shield.
But anyways, I got 3 potions, 1 high potion. We don't need my Chocobo getting caught up in all that ether. Look, everything is corrupted, and look what's shining. Everything is corrupted out here. That's what the ether is doing all over the place.
It's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just nice.
Are they still following me? For real?
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Gotta get some turbo food. Ouch. Hit me through the gate.
All yours, Torgal.
Is that it?
No. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
We're still not done. We still got one more fight. And it ain't him. Oh, I don't think we should come here yet. We're not. I know who that is.
Kill!
We're gonna get that later. We're not gonna even mess with that. I seen him on the previews. You already know, the showcase. That's who Maximilian is fighting. I'm not doing that yet. But the very last battle is... Hold on, deliver the sun to the west, on the black. No. Oh, I gotta do the payback joint, which ain't happening yet. The Quiet Sands. Like I said, this is gonna be a long episode. One thing I could say is that they really don't have many monsters, many themes. They don't have much different things to fight, but it's all good. Set them right there. These are rank A. Do you want to do this? Alright, let's go for it. Oh man, this might have been a bad idea. Last fight. All I gotta get through before we get back to the hideaway.
Again, but not for long.
hard to do that.
That's better.
Alright, no more potions. It's hard fighting three of them at the same time.
There's a boy.
Damn. Hey, man. Last one. Leg. Look at Torb, man. I think that's good for now.
No more vengeance. No more war. What a fine home.
And yeah, we're on our way back. Knows a lot, so back to the Hideaway. You see what I mean with the jump? I hate that.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back,
I might still be stuck there. I told Nan we flew back on the Phoenix, but she walloped me for telling fibs. Can you tell her it was the truth, Clive?
Eventually.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Cursebreakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the Cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the Cursebreakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, Sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Everything I just done, I wonder if he could make something lit for me right now. The recipe.
Trouble with your gear, or... fretting about us, guys?
Won't help me get my work done. So I'm going to keep my forge and leave saving the world to those better suited to the
Unless
task.
that is...
They fancy giving me a hand shooing the birds.
What do you want?
270, 268. Oh, look at that. Grindstone, light shard, meteorite.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it?
I want to see how it looks.
Fine.
Ooh, fire. Give me a close-up. Look good.
Yep. What's that for you, dear?
Let's get this right here.
No scratches, right? Anything else?
Ooh. Now that's a blade right there.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
A pocket cheese.
Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Seems the Hideaway's lost its appetite.
It's all hyper.
I heard the Emperor was impaled
On his own son's spear. Yup, what she heard was right.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop until they've slaughtered every single one of us!
How do you suppose they'll manage that? You ever seen one of the blue bastards swim?
Yeah, they're not liking what's going on around the world.
All this fuss over a few dark clouds. You'd think the people here had never...
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's what they like to hear.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let none say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the Hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, We happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Olympic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the Hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Lit. So now I can have 6 potions, 4 high potions, and the tonics. Okay. Poor girl, she need a man. I got the 2 S ranks. I seen one. That was him right here. I forgot his name.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
The goddess Gerga teaches us that to walk with the wretched that is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw.
You earned this.
Thank you. A paw lifted. Hugo's men are gone, and with them the fear in our hearts once more shall. Markets echo with mirth and merriment, and it is you who we have to thank, Delamil.
Here you are.
1,500 ability points? What?
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Last but not least.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
We've sent Cursebreakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil, and Northreach. Hopefully they can help maintain the peace. Or at least a semblance of it.
Cole told us everything that happened. It's a bit of a worry that both the Republican and Imperial armies are in disarray, but it was good to hear that the people stood their ground.
Do you like being struck by thunderbolts from on high? Then don't let anything happen to Mid. Yeah?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that. You expect me to work with the skies?
I'd say we were in for a storm.